walking, talking totem.
What shall I be hunting today?
The vulture is about to take flight.
The way they dress in those axes? So cool.
So enjoy sitting next to the central fountain. Sense of mystery. Hidden inside.
None of those spider losers better get... Now is the time for the Kingpin to set the world right again.
I have much work to do. All of it glorious.
Rameth being used as a tourist.
Citizens should be aware that the following locations will be renamed as soon as the necessary paperwork is drawn up. Karnak will become
Nova Corps are so good.
Someone is going to pay today!
Citadel's shield has fallen. Kang's reign is at an end. The Sakarsan will save us all.
Bow before your superior. You think I'm just a stupid bug or something? I'm an Imperial, not a native. The barrier surrounding Kang's citadel appears to have fallen. Could someone truly mean to overthrow him?
This is your glorious leader, Kang Conqueror, reminding all citizens that Friday is Kang Day. Happy Kang Day, everyone. Not Friday. In other news, all other days are now also Kang Day. Happy Kang Day.
First pickings to first finders. That's the ribbon in the law.
Is it odd that I'm really craving ice cream?
So I've been thinking about this Kang guy, and I don't think I care for him very much.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some kind of ancient martial art or something.
I'm gonna do something.
Ooh! I can't feel my face.
Make way for the goblet, losers!
Another cry! And this one's a doozy. Think you can get to it?
Let's dive into this head first.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing gis.
My time is almost at
Chilly up here, huh? Like, more chilly. No matter how old you get, nothing beats walking through fresh snow.
No! Help me!
The only air breather I care for is that shouty man who wants to melt the polar ice caps, and only because it means more territory for us.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
I really want to roll a big snowball down the mountain. Things are hard enough in the city without giant frozen boulders hurtling towards the place.
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real pun. Mind you, all this is moot unless I can figure out how to get inside the big bubble here. Any bright ideas?
The only air breather I care for is that shiny man who wants to melt the polar ice caps. And
What have the Avengers got against Kang? What's the problem with the regimented rule anyway?
That guy driving the Sphinx through town, that was definitely an infraction, right?
Long live President Zola!
Ignorance is strength.
Can you believe some people don't stay up to date with all the latest Hydra pet regulations? How embarrassing for them.
I'm too young to be removed from the glory of the Empire!
Did we hear that exclusive sushi shop is just letting many old that place is
Detected a crime pretty close to you. Hey, wouldn't it be great if this was the one?
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real pun. Mind you, all this is moot unless I can fix.
I have to know what's in there.
Nothing can penetrate my psionic force field!
Hail Hydra!
Just another realm for me to rule.
I'm too young to be removed from the glory of the Empire!
Isn't Hydra Square just beautiful? All lit up and shiny.
Who knew that the...
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real...
We are not oppressed. So long as we obey.
I shall prove my superiority over the Black Panther.
I'm too young to be removed from the
Thanks. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna have to defend myself.
Take that, Kang!
Those strange flying objects.
Is it playtime yet?
Now at last has come the hour of reckoning!
I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
We're not gonna get attacked again, are we?
I've picked up a crime taking place near your location. Can you go take a look?
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
Politics is so boring. It's all, I'm the king now. I was genetically engineered to be the king. And no, my human
Lap 98? Or was it 97? Lost count.
Nothing beats walking through fresh snow.
believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end.
How does Kang make his voice come from those strange objects? Is it some sort of magic? Well, whatever it is, it's annoying, and I need it to stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, the circus is back in town!
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible.
How odd it must be to breathe air.
I'm sorry, are you a famous seafarer or something?
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible.
It's better down where it's wetter.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing these. It's so cold here. You'd think someone would spring for central heating.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
None shall defeat the terrible Tinkerer.
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his...
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
Not sure who's behind it this time, but there's more trouble on your doorstep. Go get him.
So-called television host. But we don't need to trust you.
Who knew that the tentacles of giant sea...
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real pun. Mind you, all this is moot unless I can figure out how to get inside the big bubble here. Any bright ideas?
Such strange new visitors. I believe Kang's reign could finally be coming to an end. Being so close to the city has led to some peculiar objects ending up down here. What possible use could an orb of metal have?
The only air breather I care for is that shouty man.
How on Chronopolis is anyone supposed to get in there? Ugh. I have the worst producers.
I much preferred our isolation.
The giant sword that fell from the sky. Good or bad omens?
Did the Avengers really let themselves be flushed away? Amateur mistake.
You have the look of a noble warrior. I wonder if fathers reprimand ill-behaved daughters on land. Probably right. Otherwise, they'd stay ill-behaved. Lemurians generally prefer not to involve themselves in the affairs of air breathers. Poking out of the ground. It really is better down where it's wetter. It's common courtesy that we speak the same language as our guests. Ill-behaved daughters. Probably. Otherwise, they'd stay ill-behaved. Who knew that the tentacles of giant sea creatures poking out of the ground would be such a recurring issue?
We may have accepted payment from that so-called television host, but we don't need to trust him.
Generally prefer not to involve themselves in the affairs of air breathers.
Hey there! We're testing out a new game show concept, and we're looking for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed participants to see if the idea is worth pursuing. Interested? We're planning to call the game Catch the Seashell, even though focus testing tells us that that name is terrible and doesn't work as a real pun. Mind you, all this is moot unless I can figure out how to...
Lap 98? Or was it 97? Lost count.
Dodgy dealings going down on the dark side. You know what they say. If there's too much power, then it's the responsibility of the people to take it away. That's why I took the electric desk lamp out of the boss's office.
I heard one of them future types saying Hell's Kitchen got gentrified in their town.
Man, it's cold. Nice to see you. Gets me every time.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing gis. But it's so cold here. You'd think someone would spring for central heating.
Wondering why I'm yet to be confident.
Patriotism out of North America. Did you see the dogfight earlier? It was all...
Bitch, I have another porcine problem.
Man, it's cold.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
Right, let's go get that nectar fragment out of the cave! Somebody already
Something must have gone down. That disembodied voice isn't the only plant when I walk past them.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything to do with that massive face that appeared in the sky? Nah, probably unrelated.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom? I always wanted to be a superhero when I was a kid. Of course, I also wanted to be a dinosaur, so...
Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here.
Apparently there's some kind of...
Kang here. If anyone out there sees Ravonna, tell her there's a bee in my room, and I need her to come and deal with
Just want to go home already.
Right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave! What do you mean somebody already got it? Aw, man.
Saw a monkey fighting
That cool lock Doctor Strange has on his sanctum, where can I get one of those?
Whoever they got on snowplow duty seriously needs to up his game. It's like driving inside a bounce house around here.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything to do with that massive face that appeared in the sky? Nah, probably unrelated.
I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones. It's so creepy.
Okay, visit, live, destroy. Come on, New York Hydra Empire, go!
Hydra Empire would love to take part in the Interregion Canopus World Cup football tournament. I think it would be unfair to the other competitors.
Just want to go home already.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the event. Anything to do with that massive base that appeared in the sky?
Two Manhattans. Ha ha ha!
Right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave! What do you mean somebody already got it? Oh, man.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shane Kang didn't bring that into Chronopolis. Guess he must have had a budget to stick to.
I hate the way Kang watches us with those...
Detected a crime pretty close to you. Hey, wouldn't it be great if this was the last crime ever? Nah, a girl can dream.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
The dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past anymore. As Magister, it is my duty to ensure that troubled individuals who Typically, I would have no trouble recruiting an individual such as... Ask around for information. The people here will have the knowledge we need, even if they do not realize it themselves.
organ crystals are supposed to be kept under strict lock and key. So, why are there so many new Inhumans springing up?
An evil Inhuman on the loose? I did see a guy raving about fulfilling the sacred duty that Maximus failed to accomplish? Probably just a tourist, right? Who knows where he ended up?
Soon as I heard Chronopolis had a floating city, I just had to come check it out. But you get here and it's, well, pretty much like a ground city. You can't even tell it's floating when you're in it. What a jip.
You have abilities too. When did you
Where should I move to?
I heard the royal family went down to Hala, and finally, apparently there was a new human skulking around near the palace doors, mumbling something to himself. I didn't get close enough to hear what. Black Bolt knows how he got to Atalan. The Kango rail doesn't even stop here.
I wonder what would happen if I underwent Terrigenesis. Knowing my luck, I'd probably lose an ability. Say, I wouldn't be able to count backwards anymore, which is all fine until your child starts asking, "Mummy, why will you never play hide and seek?"
Not all in Atalan are informed in such matters. The pizza shop proprietor, for instance. He is an imbecile. You have information for me. The crystals we have are kept secure. I cannot speak for those acquired by S.H.I.E.L.D. or still awaiting harvest on the moon, however. Near the palace? I see. But do we know anything to suggest he's up to no good? An accurate appraisal of the risks of Terrigenesis, but irrelevant to our situation. It would seem our friend is near the entrance to the palace. Let us head there now. You should prepare yourself for the worst. I have seen new humans with abilities that could be described as omnipotent, willing things into existence. If you're lucky, this will be mundane things like sandwiches or spare batteries, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I see him. We should approach carefully. I am Magister Karnak of the Tower of Wisdom. You are to cease your plotting and come with me, so I might help you to understand your new abilities.
You fool! You think I would tolerate such insolence? My reign of terror begins now! I am unstoppable! I am the Transformer!
It is worse than I thought. As all too often happens, his new powers have given rise to delusions of grandeur. Also, I believe his name of choice is already in use. Come, we must pursue.
Where should I move to?
You'll never find me!
My powers of perception are virtually unrivaled. You cannot deceive me. But let us see if my assistant can ascertain your whereabouts.
Ah! How dare you! Hey! I was just lulling you into a false sense of security. Yeah, that's right. My powers know no bounds.
Follow him.
This time, I won't speak and give the game a... Aw, dang it! I guess this time, I won't hide behind silence like a certain cowardly king.
It appears he's assumed a new form. You seem to enjoy hitting things. I leave this in your capable hands.
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
You! You've not seen the last of the Transformer. Except you have, because you won't see me next time.
He can't have much fight left in him. We shall simply allow him to wear himself out.
Hello? Citizen in peril over here.
Help! I think the Avengers might actually stand a chance against Kang.
My powers are beyond your comprehension, mere mortal.
One of these things is not like the others. I trust you to ascertain which.
Inhuman descendants can be found all across the world. Some of them have been mutated.
You will know true pain at the hands of the Transformer! No. I've transformed into a failure.
Anticlimactic, as of the Tower of Wisdom.
Lost or sliced in half during the formation of my glorious world, then why